Hamburger.
I'm always happy to see that hamburger.
Mm-hmm. It always makes me hungry.
For a hamburger.
For a hamburger. No, what if it made me hungry for something else? Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be, like, kind of funny. I would go, like...
But, no, it made me fun. It makes me hungry for, shrimp fried rice.
Shrimp fried rice. That's so Ace Attorney localization of you.
Shrimp fried rice? Oh, into hamburger?
Yeah.
Makes me hungry for miso ramen.
Or as I like to call it, a hamburger.
Hamburger. All right.
It starts in 4 seconds.
Today, I know that usually Oliver is Mia, but today I'm going to be playing the role of Mia because there are a lot of characters that Oliver will be playing today.
We divided it up, and it wasn't going to be very delightful donuts core for sure. We were dividing it up, and we're trying to figure out like an equal split. And I think Sky being Mia like makes it an equal workload split and like good dynamic.
Yeah, and we'll move it around if we feel like we need to, but for now, I think we gotta go. It's gonna be interesting. I am going to be the judge today.
Right. I keep forgetting that you're also gonna be the judge today.
Yeah.
Because it's the Canadian judge, which I think is gonna be a highlight. Personally.
The whole trial is. It's a big highlight. It's just like everything's different and interesting. We're gonna get some special guests. We're gonna get some lore.
This trial has everything.
This trial has everything except Phoenix.
Bum bum.
A Canadian judge, eh? Yeah.
Is that your Canadian accent?
I don't know. We'll see.
We
don't ask yet.
Okay. we were watching a few inspiration videos before stream.
Well, yeah, I wanted to have I wanted to have what I should do fresh in my mind.
Well, I also wanted to listen to Sam Eagle's voice.
That's true.
And then you were like...
That's when I reminded you're not going to be him today.
Yeah. And that's when I learned, to be honest, because I didn't think about that before at all. Yup.
And that's the truth.
That's the whole truth.
That's the whole truth. Yeah. Ugh. I feel like the last time we played this is like 5 years ago, maybe. Less.
Monday.
What?
We played it on Monday.
No, I mean like this trial. Because we've played this game before together.
Yes.
I think it was a while ago.
It was. It is time to get into it now. Oh my god.
It was 2020.
It was 2020. Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
That's
Turnabout
crazy.
Beginning.
That's right. All right.
Let's go.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, everyone. Settle in.
It's us, the Hopes, and we're here and we're starting.
The girl. Let her go.
Shut up. Come closer and I kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance.
Bang.
Ah!
Whoa.
I actually do get to be Phoenix. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Ooh, computer! Tell me, what is going on?
Name
Kidnapping,
Falls.
murder, sentence, death penalty. Fugitive movements. Picture. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. Aw, the sad Faye theme. That was a whole year before Mia and I even met. Phoenix, why are you into hospitals? Why are you into hopsicles?
Maybe he's in the Matrix.
Ah! So that was 6 years earlier, is that what it said?
Yes.
We're good at this game.
We're locked
The
in.
fuck in. Okay, now we're locked the fuck in. It's February 16th, I think 6 years ago. I think that's what it said. It's 9:24 a.m. It's a district court defendant lobby number 4. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case.
What do we think this guy sounds like?
Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody.
Yeah,
Do you
I think
he
he's
sounds
telling
like that?
you. I didn't do nothing, I swear. I'm thinking like soft George. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody.
yeah, right? Terry Falls. My first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So, why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry!
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
Oh my god, this is so much like adolescence. Okay. But, Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
Oh my god! No, Terry! Don't! Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry! Sorry, I got distracted.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked. I tell you, that woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I never could do that.
Oh no.
Double negative. He's guilty.
I didn't do nothing. That means he did something. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. I escaped from the paddy wagon. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should.
Huh. You're not gonna figure out the truth just by staring at the guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
Where is Mr. Grossberg?
That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me.
No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client.
Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Ew! Ew! That's gross. Really?
Yeah, they just potty trained him. It's a real success.
He can use the toilet at least 3 times a day.
He's got to warn someone, though, so he might raise his hand.
Oh, hi, Kat. Welcome in.
Hello!
Thank you for subscribing for 46 months.
Thank you for lurking. Thank you for being here.
This is Diego Armando.
Gonzalo?
Yes.
No, this is Diego Armando. Really? He likes coffee.
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career.
Genius.
Well, it's about time I head in, Kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
She glares at him a little. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place.
Got tongue-tied.
Blah, blah, blah. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice. Childlike voice.
I should give him a baby voice.
A baby voice? I didn't do it.
I can't do it. I didn't kill him.
That's
I didn't
Pearl.
do nothing.
That's Pearl. You're
I
doing...
didn't kill him. I didn't do nothing.
We'll see. We'll see.
I didn't do nothing.
That simple childlike voice. I just had the feeling he was telling the truth. Look at his eyes. Those are kind eyes.
He looks like a dog I know.
Aw.
Positive.
There's a dog I know. February 16th, 10 a.m. sharp.
I don't know Stingy from Lazy Town, unfortunately.
What does Stingy from Lazy Town sound like?
Can you do the voice for me, Nessie?
That's so mean. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my God! Applause, 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 applause,
Round of applause.
applause, applause,
Look
applause.
who's here.
Oh my God! Look what the cat dragged in. They'll let anyone in here. Oh my God! It's
Look
that
who
guy.
decided to show up.
Oh my!
All right.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Everybody calm down. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Damn, me too. He's so cute. Look at him. How old is he even? He's not even in here yet. Oh, I understand I was like, Judge, that's
You're
so
like, who the
obviously
fuck is
Oliver.
that?
I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
So, you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? About, eh?
Boot.
They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age.
At 20, Your Honor.
Oh.
I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct?
Precisely.
Stingy, not stingy. Oh, stingy. He's a stingy kid who is rich, named after his personality. We gotta... Hold on.
You're gonna interrupt Edgeworth for Stingy from Lazy Town?
Yes! I need to know what he sounds like, and I won't be able to listen to him until I do.
Little did Sky know, we have a computer in front of us in which we could look it up.
You weren't looking it up!
Well, I didn't know you were gonna get up to look it up. I don't want to play the music. Oh, I've seen this kid before.
Stingy, Lazy Town.
Wow. Love this detour.
I could give you one little piece, but it's mine.
I
I didn't kill him.
I just don't think that that's very Terry Falls.
No.
Nessie, I'm gonna say we're gonna put that voice in our pocket.
Yeah.
But
I'm downloading that one.
I'm downloading Stingy Voice.
All right.
Anyway. Go on.
Precisely. I already said it.
Pardon?
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death?
You got it, Kitten.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. That's pretty crazy. Mia says. Wow.
Wow.
She's like learning
Clicking
the case
her
in
pen.
real time.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it would work for it feels like it would work for a future character. It does. Like, yeah, I'm glad you told us because now we'll keep it in our pocket.
It's downloaded.
It's there. There's going to be so many characters.
A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. His big ol' little eyes.
Big ol' widow. A witness's testimony. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Edgeworth has such like I think his jawline is more chiseled when he was younger.
Maybe.
I think he filled out in like a cute little sweet way that I love.
Yeah.
He looks so whittle biddle like to me right now.
His big eyes.
His big whittle eyes, like you said. Anyway, we're talking about murder.
You have cute aggression at Edgeworth as he's describing a murder.
Yeah. I'm so distracted by him. I'm like, wow, hi. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
He's so confident.
Minecraft villager noise.
Oh my god.
Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Well, wait a minute. That's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice.
Okay.
Wow.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Oh my god, the blatant sexism that's happening right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like, ooh, I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. They're just belittling her because she's a woman.
SMH.
Godot, too.
Godot's not here.
Armando. That fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Mia pointing at him. Anyway. New then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness, eh?
I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case.
His little marching band uniform.
That's so real. Witness, state your name and occupation.
Strange that you'd confuse the two. They're nothing alike. That's so true. I don't know why. It's so crazy of me.
Gumshoe, Detective Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of this case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
What is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Mia rolling her eyes. Excuse me?
No, seriously, my hat, it's aching for you.
Hello?
Gumshoe! Gumshoe!
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be a professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Damn, Edgeworth. Yeah, he's like... See... he's not spurred by women. He's like, whatever. Yeah, okay, I got it. Sorry.
I don't remember that either. That was wild.
New detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hathorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report.
This is so rough to vacillate from.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
That much is stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I get you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here.
And then he like clips the paper.
Folds it out. He's actually like unfolding it, and it's taking an excessively long time because it's like one of those really big maps that you get at the gas station.
I do fully work for no reason.
I'm sorry. This is a sketch of Desky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see.
You know, like a Canadian.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hathorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. You had a question?
I was just gonna say we're on a different case, and that's why we have a different judge.
Oh yeah.
It happens.
Gotta have a different judge sometimes.
Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor.
Yes.
If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on!
Okay, now, listen carefully, Kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Someone will have to answer that.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet.
Nope, that was the Canadian voice. Anyway,
Sergeant Hathorne went to Dusky Bridge in designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminals stuffed her body into his trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
I don't like Armando saying Kitten. It's very inappropriate in the workplace.
He really shouldn't be doing that.
He really oughtn't.
He ought not do that.
That's quite rude. It's quite wretched, really. He's being really wretched.
He is.
And I don't know if I've ever seen a man of his stature, I should say, I suppose, act with any amount of decorum.
Nodding.
But he's just so goddamn hot. Here's the thing, Doctor. He's so beautiful. Anyway, Mia is not your Discord kitten. So true. Yeah, we don't know if Mia likes that. We haven't gotten any confirmation on that at all.
She kind of hasn't reacted.
Ignored it. She's completely ignored it.
She's stonewalling him a little bit.
Yeah. So, what's that about?
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Alright, now would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up.
Hey. Settle down there, Kitten.
Don't...
If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
Mia,
Spills it.
Mia, I see you have fists your hands have become fists. Do you want to talk about that? No, it's fine. Not settle down, Kitten. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Okay, he's like, you're actually gonna make me spill my coffee because she's like trembling all over him.
He's not like turned on.
No, he's literally like, you're shaking so much that it's like shaking the desk and I can't keep my coffee up.
How am I supposed to put my elbow on the desk when you're shaking that? I have a full cup of coffee here.
I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here.
Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner.
She flips him the bird and keeps going. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got. Kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night watching. She stayed up all night watching court procedure videos.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. We already talked about this. I just gotta
Hold
press
it.
This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called?
The defendant called her?
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone with Terry Falls.
A note?
Yes, top secret memo that she left in her desk.
Confidential.
According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Ugh. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Ha! Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I'll fall in love with you. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? With that cute face, she's distracted.
She's like, what a little cutie. I'm gonna pinch his little cheeks.
With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
Sergeant Hawthorne went to... I like that a lot of people in this courtroom have commented on how everyone is kind of sexy here.
Yeah, like, wow.
Wow, everyone here is really attractive.
Wait, can we look at our evidence? I don't think I've, looked at her. Oh, we don't really have a lot, huh?
Valerie was stabbed in the back. She died from blood loss between 4 and 5. This is the bridge.
Okay, we've seen that. Okay. That bridge, wear a white scarf identification. Talk to Dahlia. Bum bum.
Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. February 14th, it was on Valentine's Day.
That's so sad.
That's kind of cutie. Little girly pop. Look at this little guy. He's so
dubbed a genius
20.
as soon as he started as a prosecutor. Today he is out of diapers.
Today he learned. And Gumshoe's 26. Diego's 27.
Shot lawyer.
My senior and rival at the office.
They're rivals?
A bit smug. Oh man,
his little his
I gotta
DreamWorks
tell you,
smirk.
His DreamWorks smirk, and then it's like I'm a sucker for rivals. I'm a sucker for rivals.
A double pierced ear.
He's sexy. I'm sorry. He is an asshole, but he is sexy. Valerie.
Okay.
The only person I wouldn't go for is the judge. Oh, and I guess the defendant too. Yeah.
Not even with his big ol'...
His eyes are so sweet.
I don't know. We don't know enough about him.
He's their rivals? You know what that means. Yeah, how long have they been rivals? Because if it's over 7 years, I've heard that reaches a boiling point. Okay. All right. Enough playing around. Hot shot. Emphasis on the hot.
So, can
What?
you remind me of what the last statement was?
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet.
Okay.
Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge. A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there?
Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. Well, what do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls.
Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
And that's where she was brutally murdered, sure.
Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move! We got you surrounded!"
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on a disc about it. If only I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Colonel stuffed her body into his car and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. I forgot how to read.
You're like, I have no idea what any of these symbols say.
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hathorne there. Whoa! that doesn't look too comfortable.
The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
What are you staring
What
at
do
me
you
for?
mean?
Smacks him a little. Shut up. We're talking about a woman here.
Literally!
We're talking about a woman.
He's like, I relate to that. I relate to that.
I'll drink to that one, huh? We're always getting stabbed in the back, aren't we? And she's like, shut up.
Loud, wrong buzzer noise.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm.
I love the idea of this judge being like surprised by like absolutely
His
everything.
big wide eyes.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoa!
Whoa! Oh, the condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy about the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. Anyway,
Takes it away.
No, but it's got like what the... Is the lock thing... Is the key thing being the way it is not weird? Maybe
Yeah,
it
it was
is.
broken into, but I guess it was a stolen car, you know?
Yeah, so I guess that's not...
Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint at the base of the mountain.
Certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
That was kinda close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up, Kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap?
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're gonna get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those.
On the day of the incident, a known unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant,
We already did it. We already did all
we
this.
already
We already
did
did
this.
this. Okay.
When you're being mean to the judge, this is who you're being mean to. It is the picture of a sad hamster.
Anyway, okay. So, I mean... White scarf. Where's her white scarf?
Where's her white scarf?
Hey, Gumshoe?
Hey, Gumshoe.
Okay, no, yeah, you're good. Objection! Objection! This evidence establishes that the defendant is lying, right? Wait.
Don't ask me to confirm your facts.
Did you do that on the photo?
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
Sorry, this is my first time handling a case.
Well, let's make it a memorable occasion with a penalty.
And here I thought he would go easy on me because I'm new.
No, he is new too.
But
Here's the photo.
that's where I meant to present it.
I don't think that's where you did present it.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
Oh.
Yeah, I did!
Huh.
Oh my god, what? But that's... But that's... But that's the contradiction. Wait, but what do I do now? But wait, what does that mean? I do that, right? The scarf. Bro?
Blinking. Sorry.
Bro?
You definitely did it on this.
What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing.
That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. That's just what he always says, Your Honor, and then he always says...
Sorry. I told a little lie.
Or something like that. He's a mass manipulator. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested.
Precisely.
Okay. But that's
Here's
the
a photo of the
contradiction.
trunk. I don't see anything strange about
I
it.
do. I swear to God, guys. Okay, well that pissed me off actually. That makes
What
me
happened?
it
Why was
wanted
it
me
different?
to it wanted me to press it before I could present the evidence. And I hadn't pressed it.
Oh.
But that pisses me off because they didn't give any new information when they required
No,
that.
they really didn't.
They just fucked around. I love this case, but that pissed me off. That
Sometimes
made me mad.
it's like that.
Witness!
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. I was distracted by the bullshit. This is the first time I've actually had to address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Your woman is a lawyer.
I don't like when a woman is a lawyer.
Why was I giving me in the judge voice for a
Judge
second?
came out. You were thinking about
I-
Judge. You were
I
like,
really
I miss him.
Say there, little kitten.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Stop that. Don't say that to her.
Stop that. You stop that.
Spray bottles him.
Spray bottle. Candy.
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. What? Ew.
Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Don't
You can
say that.
But you can bully.
You can bully him. He's being a bully.
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
No.
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Ah!
Yes, he's right. They should have looked for it.
Yeah, fashion's important.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is this one, perchance?
Is it this one?
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Oh my god, is that allowed? Is that illegals? We do that too.
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. Is that allowed?
Personal satchel.
It's the safest place I know.
Ooh, he's got a satchel. How tangled of him.
In his purse. That hot shot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the color requested.
I was gonna say.
It's a little sky blue.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's close enough for what it is intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
That's blood. Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye?
Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
Oh, that sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear about it.
Ugh, everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, Kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh?
Blink, blink.
Oh my god, a story where Wright is Rapunzel and Edgeworth is Flynn. That's so funky and funny. I'd read it.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir.
Accidentally.
It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved his victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
No, I'd like to know what actually the truth is.
What do you mean?
Aha, potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Also, hi Friday, hi Toasty Chai.
Hello.
So as you can see, who was that? So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean,
This judge is wacky.
Wacky silly.
Actually,
We already read this. Okay. There's an eyewitness who was there when this was. Who is this eyewitness?
she's a college student.
A female college student? Who has ever heard of such a thing?
A girl went to
A
college?
girl going to college.
That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all.
What is that supposed to mean?
The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student.
A female college student,
Oh my
eh?
god.
Man, this sucks. I played this game when I was 15, dude.
You're like, haha, yeah.
Girls in college, that's crazy.
Did Gumshoe go to
It
Jupiter
means
to...
she's female and a college student, sir.
Wait, I'm cracking up at did Gumshoe go to Jupiter to get more stupider?
Yeah, he did.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why.
A little twinkle in his eye.
Tell us about the decisive evidence in question. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim's skin.
The Vic.
The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, alright?
Oh my god, whew. The victim's wearing a scarf in the photo, all right. So, about the witness who took this photo, what was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits! Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no, I don't think it's a ghost.
I too want to see this on TV.
It was drizzling that day. Ultimately, it's a little hard to see what's going on.
Rue crying.
Well, drizzling, huh?
That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Ooh, looks like a cold front just moved in.
What? In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog.
I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyway.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on his stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or you were the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Laugh track.
Laugh track, laugh track. Ha! He laughed. Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look.
It's in a book.
Reading Rainbow. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Why is there so many...
You need to stop talking about pee-pee and poo-poo!
in diapers?
He ducks in baby talk. He talks in baby talk.
Poor baby.
Poor
the court
baby.
record seems to have wet itself.
Hey, watch where you spill your coffee.
Is he drunk?
Court record, huh?
Wait, I need to read this thing. Gumshoe's so silly to me. He always reminds me of that post. That's like, I'm moral and sexual. I'm attracted to stupid men. Once a guy asked me what kind of animal the Pink Panther was. Now
And I dream of kissing him under the moonlight.
I love that post. I love that
That's so
post.
funny.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, you're right. He does drink so much coffee that he's like pee wet.
Pee, 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 one.
Everyone else needs to pee, right?
Everyone else needs to pee and shit, right? I was actually really impressed that Edgeworth was out of his diapers because he still wears one.
Stop!
It's just easier. It's more convenient that way.
Oh my
Sometimes you're really in
God.
court for a long time. You don't want to ask for a recess.
It's not embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
Oh
it's
my
normal.
God. Oh
it's
my
normal.
God.
It's what men do. It's what men do.
Open your eyes. This is men culture.
Yeah. It's what men do. Yeah, no, Tentavision, you're right. You're right. Okay. I'm gonna shove the victim down from behind and stabbed her.
How did he stab? How did he push her from behind when they were facing each other?
Yeah, right? Like the picture kind of paints a different picture, don't it?
The picture kind of looks different than the picture. How from behind? And he was holding his emotional support ball.
So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Ooh.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with that soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day?
It's not. No scarf. Not wet.
She's not wet. Why is she not wet? Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Brudge... oh, God. Dusky Bridge was all wet! If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach, then at the top of the bridge, then the front of her coat would have been covered in mud.
Well, that's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befooled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street with your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league would be wet, but not muddy.
Okay, but we were on a bridge, not in the shower. Yeah, you've got a little bit of brown on your nose. You've got a little bit of mud on your nose. Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
It was fucking outside.
But maybe it wasn't muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman. Huh. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy.
A scarf? Scarf?
Yeah, I mean, it's muddy.
Take that. The evidence is this scarf.
Yeah.
It should be obvious. The scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy. It means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
No! I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo!
Oh my god! Hey, same to you, buddy!
Wow, she's like,
you're a bimbo!
You're a bimbo! You're a bimbo! What the hell?
Dude.
What the hell?
Edgeworth.
Completely out of line.
Out of line.
They can use that word in this game?
Seriously.
Wow.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf.
He's like, I refuse to be taken down by this skank. Like,
He might as well have said that. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
what do you mean, why? What?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Your Honor, is it legal to rock this guy's shit? You're doing pretty well for a little kid.
Punches you,
Gives him a
punches you
bloody
so hard.
nose.
Mr. Armando!
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. I choose my lie. Edward's death.
What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. That was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court. But we won't let him. We'll expose this evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes. The false evidence in this case is the... Not the body. I'm pretty sure the body
The
is
body
real.
hit the floor.
I think it's the testimony.
You think it's the
Well, because it's the girl that won't talk. That submitted the stuff.
Yes, we can't
So-
really believe it because we don't.
We don't know who it is.
Yeah.
We don't know why
Okay.
she's saying it. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. Ooh, bars. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just true, it's the truth. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Man.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself
Okay.
for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Oh, ham holish.
Oh, ha.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
Her again.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double in a dozen donut holes.
We learned what double meant right before we watched this.
Yeah, I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Ah! Hey, not so fast! Edgeworth is also tired of all of these straight men.
Literally.
He's like, he could not have less interest.
Literally. As I said before. Yeah, you can say that. This witness is very sensitive and delicate. Don't harass her!
Jesus. Can we stop harassing the women in the courtroom, please?
Nessie asking for the second time. This is better in the second half, right?
No, this is a bad, I don't know if we said that this was like a great case. We said it was a highlight.
It's iconic.
It's iconic.
Is it partially iconic because Edgeworth calls Mia a bimbo? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dahlia would run a Stan Twitter account. Oh my god. Execute everyone.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
they're all
God.
doing badly. Everybody needs to go into a corner.
Yeah. Alright. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
No, you can harass the woman over there, just not the witness. Exactly, yeah.
Well, yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you're a true gentleman.
I'm always saying that about him.
Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
Are we misgendering Mia?
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
No, we're not. We're calling her a bimbo.
They don't like that Mia is a working woman. They don't like that she's a woman with intellect, a woman that went to college.
You're right. They're like, that's a woman who went to college. Everybody, that's a woman who went to college.
Yeah, so disrespectful.
Okay.
Sir?
Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
And now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
Not literature.
Oh my god. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate?
How can you be so mean?
Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in your face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
And next time I'll be forced to penalize you.
I don't like the turn this has taken.
Melissa.
Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are...
And now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
Oh, thanks for resubscribing, Lish.
Aw, thanks, Lish. Happy
Ouch.
2-tooth month for ship.
2-2 month.
2-2 month. Silverversary.
2-2. That's the name of the number.
Yep.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed there were 2 people standing on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
Those are butterflies that drink blood.
They're paid actors. Tootie too. I'm telling you, they're paid actors.
Everyone in this courtroom is required to have a
Madonna whore complex.
We're stepping in. That's crazy.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field, surrounded by tall cliffs.
Now, that already sounds like a lie.
Yeah. Oh, so you took the photo from that location, eh?
No.
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh my god, it's so cute! It's This camera takes me straight back to that era. I'm like that early 2000, like 2000, I don't know, 2007,
Yeah.
2006. God. Ugh. Digital cameras. Anyway. Ho ho ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner.
Okay.
All right. Let's all calm down. All right then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Okay.
I was using my camera to peek through the wildflowers.
I would take the camera.
Did you say wildflowers?
Yes.
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly.
Be normal challenge.
Can you just talk like a normal person? Please.
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
For real.
Real.
Was there anything strange about the 2 of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
Oh, no, not at all. Everyone's like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them, especially dressed as they were.
Yeah, that would be eye-catching.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly, they just started fighting.
Oh wait, I have to go back. Boop. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about?
Huh? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that?
Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said.
Yeah. I love Mia's face when she's like,
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why did you take a photo?
that was wild.
Eavesdropping is so rude, but spying isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never eavesdrop. Peeping, on the other hand.
God.
While the 2 of them were really going at it, ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. That's why I went to study literature. I guess
couldn't
that
make
part
it
of
into
me just
journalism,
kinda took
though.
over.
Sounds like a lie to me.
Yes, I understand completely.
Oh my
Even
God.
now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So he wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
It's kind of inspiring that he's a grandpa and he's now becoming a judge starting today.
Is
He
this his
said-
first trial?
I mean, I feel like I heard them say that at the beginning. That it's
Oh.
his first trial and he also has a grandkid. So like he
Wow.
finally made it to judgehood. It's pretty
Wow.
inspiring.
It's inspiring.
He sucks, but
Yeah.
And right after that, I called the police.
You called the police.
I called the police.
Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation.
That was certainly tough look for the criminal, eh?
If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, Kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger.
Yeah, I could tell.
You're gonna have a tough time poking holes in that testimony verse.
You're gonna have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I was using my camera to take pictures of flowers, and there were two people. It's just so funny. This was who took the photo.
This shows the crucial moment.
Crucial moment of what? Them standing there?
Yeah, and also that photo couldn't have been taken from, like, that far away.
Yeah.
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other.
Yeah.
You testified you saw the two of them starting to fight.
Is that not what fighting is?
Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Starts crying.
Well, you see.
The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Oh. My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he?
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
Oh, you ran out of film?
This photo was the last one. What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. They sucked. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers.
Him just looking at all these pictures on the camera roll like, okay.
She's like,
They're all selfies. They're like badly positioned selfies.
Oh my god. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? It had a timer, Mia. Are you ancient?
well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
It's also
You
like on a
stupid bimbo. Sorry.
Oh! Sorry.
Sorry.
So you took photos of yourself? Cringe?
Oh my god.
I remember taking some photos of myself once.
Okay,
too.
shut up.
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
But she said she... Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
You? Shut the fuck up.
Punches him.
Yeah, it's sickening. Oh, we're in the era where we also hate girls.
Yes. An era?
Oh! I was using my camera.
Okay, but are we able to like point out where she was? Is that anything? Because
They
like,
just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but the victim, why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal.
This was a large, powerful man with a knife.
The third kitten in the room is, of course, Edgeworth.
Real. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have
Quaggy?
acted
Quaggy eye? Oh, it's quaggy, isn't it? What does that fucking mean? Looking that up. Quaggy.
Quaggy.
Quaggy?
Resembling a marsh, soggy, soft and flabby, of the nature of a quagmire, yielding or trembling under the foot.
Quagmire the Pokemon?
Quagmire the Pokemon? Soggy?
A soggy bottom?
This is crazy!
Edgeworth.
He needs time out.
Everyone here needs a timeout.
We need to take a nap.
Quaggy! Why you?
If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river.
Oh,
There's
my
still
God.
something wrong with this testimony. Putting him in the British trash bin. Put him in the bin. Throw him in the bin.
Binning him.
Ain't you corny, son? And it's about 10 yards where she was stabbed in the back.
Oh my God.
So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge, and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask
You
me,
can say bastard.
both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense.
I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off.
Doesn't now. You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kitten. That girl has
Oh.
the.
Yeah, you already told me about that. I know.
I don't care.
Okay. It's gotta be these, like, two new things that she said. Turned around and tried to run away. But, well, she can't run away because isn't the bridge fucked? Yeah. Where's she gonna run to?
You can't don't
Where's
have
she
10
gonna
yards to run on.
to? Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Well, I'm not laughing.
What? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions.
It's simple. Take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then.
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5.
Yeah.
Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
I wanted to scream too.
Well, what does all this mean then?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, Allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
Oh my god, the courtroom AC. It's the same person that does Beyonce's concerts.
Real.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say? Diagram? What are you referring to?
It's all because of this diagram was made after the incident occurred.
The diagram.
It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous!
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good. That kitten is good.
You call him Kitten too. Huh? What do you mean? I thought I was Kitten.
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of
That diagram.
That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
Insurance policy. What? That coward!
Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
What? We are Kitten.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
Oh, no. It wasn't your fault at all.
Oh. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was about what it was that the witness actually saw.
What it was that actual witness actually what they saw when they what?
Yes.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss
Oh
Foster.
my god. Thanks for the lurk, Pillbug. Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you for looking.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Running from the crime.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden.
Okay, weird. Something about that weirded me out.
He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, why'd you talk like that then? Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh, well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite... Oh, well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
Is he asking her out? This trial isn't over yet. Stop!
Shh. That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please.
Contradiction staring you in the face, Mia. Go on the attack!
Whew, he didn't say kitten.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Actually, maybe she did if
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude.
Well, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
Then what? We're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that?
Then he carried her over to the car.
You personally witnessed that?
Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf?
Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
Suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. So,
You couldn't, like, throw it off the bridge?
I just keep thinking
Like,
that she
if-
can't see them.
I...
If he moved off the bridge, there's no way she's seeing them. If she's past that, like,
Yeah, she's on the
little
other side.
of the what would you call it? Not a peninsula. That's the word that's stuck
It's like
in
a
my
cliff.
mind.
It's just
Cliff.
like a
that big cliff. Yeah,
there's
like,
a rock face, like, between her and the car. Like,
Exactly.
She can't see that.
she's wrong.
1 second. We're here still.
A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Throwing it off the bridge.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how.
Why would you put it in your car? There's a fucking river! There's a river right below the bridge!
Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about that river.
It's right under the bridge. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in the river are never recovered. It's just like, so what does that mean for our case?
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
This isn't the final case, but that is the Canadian judge.
This is the penultimate case.
It is.
Order, order, order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye, but I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body in the river.
Ooh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, Edgeworth telling her to unalive herself in trial is like, okay, threatening.
He's not... He's disrespectful. That boy disrespectful.
He's disrespectful. Oh, that's certainly consistent with what the witnesses told us.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
All right, I'll do my best.
Jeez.
Okay.
I'll go through the... carry her over to the car.
Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. Yeah, okay, but they still didn't talk about what I want, because she still wouldn't have been able to see that, and we haven't talked about that.
Yeah.
I think it's the map still.
Yeah. How did you see that?
How did you
see
see this
that?
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. You mean like you're really in it now.
Done what?
I smell dookie.
You shit yourself. There's poopy everywhere in the courtroom, Miss Foster. It's everywhere.
Hello?
You gotta own up to the shit on the wall.
Oh my god.
All right, you made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
With your very own eyes?
Yes. And say the shit with your chest. And
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Girl, you can't coquette your way out of this one. That's so true. The cliffs. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it couldn't stop her that it would stop her from seeing the car.
that's right. It's not high at all.
What did you
Some fucking
What did you say before?
bullshit.
Tall cliffs.
I was able to see his car just fine.
Are you like 70 feet tall?
Yes. You can't tell from this angle.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can see the rocks right there. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that's being referred to is really more like a cliff. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But you claim to have you claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
No!
Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Objection! Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
This is fucking rich coming from him.
Except me.
But I'm an exception.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine.
Bro, wag that finger one more time, I'll bite it off.
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair!
Save the tears for later, Kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Life's not fair. Okay, Kitten, you need to relax. And then, you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
That's what I was trying to say.
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Ooh, he got her. Oh, that's distinct character Armando. Yeah.
Yeah, that is that is Diego Armando.
Designs are completely different. Completely different.
That's a different guy.
Yeah. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain that they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true, these certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here.
What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? It doesn't work.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Another distinction between Diego and Godot, he's only had 1 cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
This whole trial.
He's got it together.
Restraint.
Key difference. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She put the corpse in.
You think so?
Yeah, she's a murderer.
She's the murderer.
There's only one way that witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of the car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open.
But
Valid.
he stole the car.
But
He stole it from a young couple that'd been waiting at a red light.
he had the keys.
Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
She's never driven a car. She doesn't know anything about that.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
No!
Objection. Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred.
There was a timer and it was on a tripod. Done. Next question.
Do we already know that at the time she was taking photographs?
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing! On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Has a timer function.
What did she say before? Timer function?
And I can see the tripod.
Yeah.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? Has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field of flowers, taking beautiful flower photos as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident occurred? There.
At the victim point?
I think that she's the one in the picture.
Oh.
Maybe. Something like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing.
Maybe she's in cosplay.
The ultimate cosplayer.
Order, Miss Fate, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car.
Phew.
But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well.
No, he didn't.
After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Then why did he ask her to wear a white scarf? But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Because,
I think it's the victim's note. That's the thing that says,
wear a white scarf.
for identification.
Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
The wind blew her away. Oh, she fell. Poor thing.
Poor thing. Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, boy. Understood.
Very well, this court is in recess.
And I believe so will we be.
Let's continue.
Let's go.
I was saving, not continuing. Let's go.
Okay.
Mr. Falls, I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You were really good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Obstacle? Yeah.
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature.
Studying.
And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lie!
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you.
Whoa.
That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything.
Reminds me everything.
I needed to keep that there so we knew that I
I
said
think
that
that's
right.
how he means to say it.
Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago.
It was still broken? Damn.
Like it could fall apart any minute.
Like if you remind me everything every time.
Oh, hey.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Wow. Where does it go, you know? Sorry, buddy, but you sound like you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. You sound like you're not prepared.
That's how you sound.
And true, I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped
5 years ago.
my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
Yeah, that's the victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
Oh, whoa, what? Are you serious? Oh God, Terry, buddy. The girl, let her go.
Shut up. Come closer and then kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. The detective? At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing a line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us.
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wrong alarm buzzer.
Ugh. Did he see my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
Okay, so there's just a lot of bad happening in this entire case. 25.
Okay. No, I'm just checking things.
I'm just looking at the profiles. Every man in this case sucks. That's just true. Okay, so I can't even see. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's rich family rich, jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent it to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusty Bridge. Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. And in the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's making my teeth hurt too, dude.
Yeah, nightmare. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's what you called her.
Why?
That's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, Kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really. I don't know. He's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia. That day. Oh.
That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. now gone. With Dahlia, gone forever. Into Eagle River. And dead, just like Dahlia is.
Totally gone.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Yes, dude. Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
I never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway?
Yeah, this is good. Good question.
Just 14.
Ew, brother!
Ew.
How old were you?
He was, so he's 25 now, right?
Okay,
That was
and this
5
was 5
years
years ago,
ago.
so he was 20.
He was 20 and she was 14. Ew!
That is fucking sick and disgusting and twisted.
Ew.
14? Because you were cradles before diamonds.
Someone had to say it. Get him, Mia.
Get him, Mia. Get his ass.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man, angels these days.
It's cool that we're defending him. This is great. Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Well, anyway, is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a...
It's time, Kitten. Well, he's not gonna be the one to help us here.
Yeah.
It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
He might be a predator, but he probably didn't kill that girl. Yeah. He's just a wacko.
Yeah.
You bet.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've gotta strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a peanut in my throat.
I was snacking.
No then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman is a murderer.
Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of motive?
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, my earbud popped out.
Well,
Yes, of course. I think.
you're still acting as tame as a kitten. Kitten,
Mr. Armando,
listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Untrue.
that's just his ethos.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro coffee drinker.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Real.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
It looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her. Click. She lights right up.
Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before, and I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh?
Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder.
Indeed.
You're up to bat, Kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Okay.
She was out of the country until...
Should we press a few things? I just am like...
Do you have something that you're like, let's start here?
Yeah, maybe we should
I've
just
never
get down
been
to
to
brass
Eagle
tacks.
Mountain before, and I certainly don't have any reason to want to hurt a police officer.
Like, that's the weirdest thing to me. Or this one, maybe. Holding a grudge. Because I'm like, oh, how did she know that? You know?
Yeah, did she know that? Was that something that she...
We didn't really talk about it, and we talked about it outside the trial. Like, we didn't even know that until 5 minutes ago. So why would she know it?
Yeah, so what would,
That's just...
Okay.
A grudge? Who told you that?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent on those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. But it's hard.
Always press harder, bro.
You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Was she here for that? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
Well, that's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Add it to the testimony. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Dang.
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Oh.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
Dahlia. So... But Dahlia is the name of his little girlfriend. Isn't that...
Yeah.
So... That's a different point, I think, but I don't know.
Well,
Is it?
also, did she herself read the note because she knew that it was supposed to be a white scarf?
And
But
the
this
scarf does
is not
look white.
It's
It
just
is
like close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of strange. Witness, I want you to take a look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Oh, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Wait. This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh,
Oh. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because...
Because the note said it was white?
Yeah, I guess so. Because she read the note, or she wrote the note.
Bum.
Witness, have you ever seen this note?
note. No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason you would have.
There's no reason, huh?
Huh, wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf? Ah!
Witness, you knew what this note said, and it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster?
No!
Okay.
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
I don't have one. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, Kitten?
Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was Dahlia.
Oh! Dahlia's name was on it, so Dahlia would know. Dahlia Hawthorne.
And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I'd never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is a name right there.
What's this? So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? Oh, you don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. soap opera rules would imply. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
Even you couldn't, Miss Faye. You're not saying.
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What?
Oh my god. Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-fire alarm. 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand.
Do you?
What? If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
He's twitching.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
Well, then
Expel him! Have him expelled!
no way, but then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't gonna say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But I thought she died 5 years ago. This accent is going all over the place. I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see...
Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case.
Perjury is everyone's favorite hobby in these games.
Yeah.
You can't just say it has nothing to do with it when it so does. It so does.
She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Around people she
around
knew.
the same people?
Her sister? Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious.
Well, then what's yours? A direct hit to the head?
You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent victim.
Witness.
You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you?
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
I think you need a little push. I think you need a little push in the right direction, Kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
Huh? That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. I don't know him.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think they're empty, boy?
Oh.
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
No, I'm not. I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me.
The rashness of youth. How charming. Right
I'm
after he called
gonna-
someone old man.
I'm gonna deck you. I'm gonna deck you.
Wait.
You.
I need to read this thing about Edgeworth and Von Karma. I do
Oh.
appreciate Baby of Edgeworth sharing mannerisms with Von Karma. Yes,
It's
yes,
a
yes,
very
yes, yes,
cool
yes,
touch.
yes. Absolutely.
No, he's not 12.
No, Kat, he's not 12.
He's 20.
So like 12 plus 0.
12 plus 0, 120.
Minus 1. No.
Uh-huh.
You take the 1 out and you put a 0 there.
Okay. Did you say 12 plus 0 minus 1
Yeah.
and you get 20?
Yes.
All right. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. This coming from someone younger than me.
No, but I love that you
such
can
great
see
connection.
the similarities between the two of them. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's good detail. Good story building. Mm-hmm. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie? Murking her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Diamond. I don't know, actually. She had the diamond.
It's probably diamond, right?
But she has the diamond.
She has the diamond.
Because it was in her backpack, right? Right?
But she... What's the note say again?
Dahlia, the whole truth must come out. That might be it. Might be the...
She knew. So her sister knew she was alive.
Yeah. She knew something was afoot. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne in Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well, I grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia? But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wows.
My little maple leaf.
My little maple
my little moose.
My sweet little moose. My little park ranger.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money.
Her name is switched to Dahlia now.
Yeah,
Truth come out.
truth come out.
So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
My sweet little Tim Horton.
My little Tim Horton. My little double.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, Kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
Oh, yeah. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it! The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Bum. Bum! Do we have proof of that, though?
Kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. For what purpose? To what end? To what end?
But she had... If he was shot
Shoving me off the bridge from behind. From behind?
But he was shot. And you had the diamond. Wait, can we
And
look at the
if you were to-
can we look at the crime photo again? Can we look at that bridge? Get a closer look at that bridge. The witness's photo. The witness's photo. How do you push her off?
Yeah, right? From behind, too.
You'd have to like throw her off the bridge.
Something's not right there. Nice. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Impossible.
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago.
All of us remember how it looked.
That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you had claimed, you would have fallen into the rocks. And you would have fallen into the rocks. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have fallen into the rocks.
The rocks.
You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Yes, that's what was weird about it, for sure. Pushed where? Yeah. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible.
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago.
Why are we harping on the past?
Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change on the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
Ugh! Uh-oh.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness testified, then the defendant wouldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what's the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor! It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
Alright, sorry, was jamming.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
Yeah? You think? If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
yes. Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got cut on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious! Order in the court.
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
That's the bridge thing. The witness photo. It's too tall.
Yeah,
He
like,
can't just
how
like
the hell are you
accidentally
gonna
do
get-
that.
I mean,
unless she was really skinny.
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
Let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
So young, and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range.
Oh, God. Ugh!
So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible.
order, what's the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, it's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River.
The diamond!
$2 million diamond, baby.
$2 million diamond.
5
baby.
years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
Ah! No. It can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was gonna keep it all for herself.
Damn.
She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping.
Bang.
At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river.
That was really close. She really could have
She
fallen
could have
into
died.
those cliffs.
She was very confident, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Ooh.
Oh! Why, that's simply ridiculous!
Order!
Your Honor! 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
Well, not a lot of them, but maybe some of them. This woman is a demon.
Whoa!
And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her.
At
Her
least.
sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Yo, Dolly Hawthorne, she was just 14.
That got me.
Yeah.
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years.
Yes, Tay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
man was seeing a 14-year-old girl when he was
Yeah.
20 years old.
Yeah.
Among Us sus
and it's
noise.
that girl. It's that girl.
It's pretty. This case. Everything about this case is like.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
blinking loudly and uncomfortably.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then he told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do.
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Well, who is that laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey.
You could certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence.
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? You can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know.
What a joke.
You, Miss Fey.
Are you stupid or something?
Oh.
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, The witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. Pretty sus. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that?
Mr. Armando?
Come on now, Kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? It's court, after all.
There's no laws.
For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
The Predator.
We're gonna have to talk to a predator.
Does an unenthusiastic jig.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we'd like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Oh, have a good night, Moss Bedroots. Totally get it.
Yeah, Moss, thanks for hanging out for so long. We'll see you later.
Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls.
Oh, thanks for saying that, Tentavision. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what's your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Ah, very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Ooh.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
The sound of him losing his teeth. Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia! It's true! It's true! You are alive!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth! The real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know.
But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial.
It's the final testimony.
Witness! Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Water! Please! Water! That was me before stream. Can't talk, need water.
Why did he...
Drinks his coffee. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Shit.
What?
Like shit.
Oh.
Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Darker and bitterer. I go... Wah.
Wait, is he gonna throw coffee on him? I wish he did.
No. Couldn't they have just not made him 20?
Yeah.
Made this guy, Terry? Or...
Yeah, he was like 20 and she was 14 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturn, I do want to like actually say, talk about what you're saying. It's frustrating that he was written in a way that tries to elicit sympathy, and
Yeah.
it's cool that Dahlia is a master manipulator, but when she's the master manipulator in a relationship where she was the minor and he was the adult, it's like really fucked up in writing.
It's very confusing and weird, and like, it's like, what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that I should like this Terry guy and want good things for him, or are you trying to tell me not to give a fuck about him?
Yeah, it's a really confusing gray narrative that like busies itself up too much, but whatever.
Whatever.
And I just wanted to address it before
for
we
sure.
continued.
It's yucky and weird and unnecessary feeling. I would love an explanation, but I don't know if I could get one that would be satisfying.
I think they just want... Well, we'll address this when this case is over. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped a car. It was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood front me. We talk, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, Kitten. I think.
Thanks.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Feels good.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Stop the car in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited.
On the bridge? What? Wait, but wasn't...
But she would have had to come first, because she was further along in the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's
So-
weird.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure you're lying.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale for this, Miss Faye.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Yeah. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
A place where I can be Terry.
It just felt like he was gonna sing.
A place where I could be Terry.
Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge.
It's a place where I can eat my bar.
It makes me want to bite on our desk, and I know I shouldn't.
You should not do that.
5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore.
Okay.
Sorry. We.
Oh no, Terry. Terry, you okay?
Terry's dying.
We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento.
5. Sorry, I have a peanut in my throat.
You got a peanut in your throat?
Oh, one
Drink
second.
some water.
One
Drink
second.
some water. Oh no.
I'm okay. 5 years ago, I hid it under a base of a tree there.
It's this necklace. It's the snackless.
No,
The snack necklace.
It's the snack necklace that Phoenix ate.
It is. I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
it's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. That's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Hungry necklace.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. See, Terry's coughing
He's
like
coughing
you are.
too. He's choking on his ball. He got a little bit. It chipped
A little
away
bit of
and
ball in his mouth.
But when he left his car, he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for
Approximately 20 minutes.
We're losing it. We're losing steam. We've been out at this for a while.
He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Indeed, there was certainly enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Mr. Falls? Huh? Mr. Falls?
oh my god.
Oh God, oh God.
That's enough. Please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens, we can't trust each other no more. Then we're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh.
No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise.
Are you really coughing?
I am. I'm using this as an opportunity to actually cough.
Oh no.
So I did it. I drink this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No. Don't want that. Don't trust self.
Oh, that's fair.
Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armadillo.
I'm your lawyer. I'm Miss Meg.
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
The coffee? Drank the coffee. Mr. Falls!
I guess Mr. Falls fell.
Oh, God. And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers.
My mouth is agape right now.
You forgot?
I did forget about this part.
I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well.
Yeah, the light left his fucking eyes after that.
Yeah. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
I don't think it was a secret smile.
Yeah, that would absolutely mess you up.
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando?
We were so close to the truth. It was right there, in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kid.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kid. You're gonna make my coffee all salty.
Oh, are they that close?
Aw.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia. The theme. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ow. Owie.
Ow! No, his one cup of coffee.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando.
He died.
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them.
Is this her?
Sick line, sick shot, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Phoenix. Maybe. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case.
Okay, so
So the case at the beginning was wrapped up in this.
Yeah.
It's all based on the same stuff.
so if you
Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes.
so if you missed like the first case that we did of this specific game, Trials and Tribulations, it did have Dahlia in it.
Yeah, so that's the connection.
So it's a dramatic irony that I just want. yes. It's very interesting.
Only after that did Dahlia get tried for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. All right. All right.
Damn.
We did it.
Man.
What a crazy case! I'm excited. I'm glad we
did it, so we can get to the last one.
because
Oh my god, chill beats to case study too.
yeah, like
That was
because
definitely what Phoenix was.
as Tay says, the next case is like a really awesome.
It is what it's the last case of this trilogy, so it's what everything has been building up to.
Yeah. I would highly implore you if you don't like know what's going on right now and you want to know more, like I would at least watch this game of the VODs. We have all of them on our VOD YouTube channel, but we also have like the other games. You could skip case 5 of the first game if you were like trying to get through them quickly, but like all of them lead up to this point. It's very cool. We're gonna we're gonna start the finish on Monday. We're very excited about that.
I'm so excited. It's a great trial.
If you want notifications on when we go live or anything, you can always go on our Discord and lurk there if you want and just get notifications or like hang out or whatever. We're going to head out for the night, but on Wednesday we will be playing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube. And we're very excited for it. It's my first time ever playing it. And I'm very excited about it. We borrowed it from our friend, so we have the physical disc with us. We traded for Sonic Frontiers. Even Trey.
Very even.
So we'll all see you again then. Thanks for popping in and joining us for that whole thing.
All right, bye. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, bye. Yippee.